Love and Hip Hop this season. If you guys saw the finale, it was crazy. She had a big love triangle with Tiffany and Rich, but we didn't find that out until the end, actually. She got her cosmetic line that came out recently. Shout out to Lady J Cosmetics. Is a lip gloss line. Then she got a book underneath it all, which just came out yesterday. And we also got her new video, Where Do I Go From Here, which just premiered yesterday or the day before. What did you guys think of it?
I think it was Friday or something like that. I'm not too sure. I hated it.
Oh.
The cover was dope. The single is dope. She looked amazing. Fit her character on 11 Hip Hop New York, so I thought it was dope. I thought the rest was hot, though. Like, I didn't expect that from her, so, you know, it was all right. I'm not, you know. But, do we have Erica on the line yet, or what's going on?
Do we have her on the line?
Y'all asking me?
Well, her number is, if you can check on there, her number is definitely a 646 number.
Brian, I need you to check your Twitter right quick. You haven't been checking your Twitter?
No, I just haven't.
You forgot to do something before 8:00.
Yeah.
It's all good. No worries. We're gonna try to get Erica through. But in the meantime, let's fill him in on a little bit more information about her on the season. We know she got all this stuff popping, but Erica is the wild card on 11 Hip Hop New York. She's a fiery, spicy chick that seems to have a little bit of beef with everybody from Olivia, L'Oreal, Rich Dollaz. She met with Mama Dollaz. She was just all over the place. So, you know, but she's winning. Erica is absolutely winning.
You think she's winning?
I do. Absolutely. She's going to have a seat right now.
Yes, I think she's winning, too. She got all these things going on, and she don't care what people think about her.
I mean,
she addresses the haters, though, continuously on Instagram. No shade. No shade.
Is it hate, or is it kind of like telling the kind of like truth? I mean, honestly, like in my opinion, don't get me wrong, Erica's a beautiful girl, or whatever the case may be. But me personally, I don't think she's using that to her advantage, and I think she could have. I personally feel like she kind of ended her career on Love and Hip Hop this season. I definitely don't see her as winning.
Whoa! Why would you say she ended her career?
Well, because it was a lot of antics going on, and I don't think people, from what the public is saying about her, I'm not sure if people actually see her as being necessarily authentic. And the fact of the matter is that she is trying to be a singer, and she does want to be a talent, and people need to feel that you're being authentic and that you're not just kind of like being a gimmick or just, you know, being wild and crazy to kind of engage people more in. I mean, when you're trying to be an artist, you want to feel like
I beg your pardon. People don't care. People want to be entertained. That's how you do numbers these days. I'm in the music world, so I feel where you're coming from. But reality stars are winning.
But as Mama Dollaz said, remember what Mama Dollaz said? Everybody loves a character, right?
Exactly.
People love a cartoon character. But at the end of the day, I don't think people don't want a cartoon character when it comes to being an artist.
Have you heard Nicki Minaj's voices? Like, are we serious right now? Like, that's what we do right now. Everybody's characters. Nobody's being authentic. Like, authenticism is not winning right now. I mean, that's what we want, of course, but let's be for real. You think Erica cares? If Erica cared that much about that career, she would have signed that management deal with Rich Dollaz. Erica is trying to get this money. That's what it's about right now. Forget all the rest of that. I want to be authentic. I'm going to do what I got to do to get on this reality show, get this money, get this check, and provide for my family. I think that's where her head is at. I really don't think she thinks she's the next Mariah Carey or Whitney Houston. Rest in peace, we love you, Whitney. Or anybody like that. I think, she's doing what she got to do to, get ahead. She's not trying to be on, Billboard. I mean, get a Grammy for being the, best vocal voice in 2013. We know she doesn't get that.
Definitely not. But at the same time, I would think you would like for people to actually want to do relevant and people that actually know what they're doing to want to kind of rock with you. I don't know. I just looked at this season. I don't think this season was a good look for her nor Rich, in my opinion.
All right,
Rich, I feel like, definitely discredited himself. And Erica, who we were supposed to see, a little bit more from, we didn't. We just got to see, the same old kind of antics that we saw when she first stepped on the scene. I didn't really see anything different.
She got in the next season using those antics. We got Erica Mena on the line, though. Is she here? What's good, Erica?
Hey, guys. What's going on?
Hey, Erica.
Hey. It's about damn time we did this, huh?
Yes.
Yes.
We've been trying to get this going forever since the show first aired, but we got to thank you for coming on first and foremost, and congratulate you for your video, your lipstick line, your book. It's all happened in a few weeks, and it's crazy.
Thank you so much. I know you guys definitely been holding it down for me, so I definitely got to give you guys, if anything, a big thank you. But, yeah, a lot has happened, I guess, in a short period of time. And, I really have no complaints. I'm just really grateful at the fact that finally, it's all kind of falling together in the sense of, I guess, people now putting two together. But I have been around pretty much a long time, so now that, it's finally becoming familiar to people, it definitely feels good, that's for sure.
Yeah, so how do you feel about your overall portrayal on this season? Because you were the breakout star of this season. We have to admit that.
Thank you. It's reality television, and, it's just unfortunate you guys don't get to see all of the 6 months that we actually do shoot. And, you guys got to see the craziness, and it was craziness on top of craziness on top of craziness. And it comes across, I guess, for some people, ratchet or whatever. But what people don't really understand is that this is really what life is, It's not always, peachy for everybody. And for me, it definitely never is. But I'm not really fazed what people think. I think what really matters to me is that I learned from the mistakes made, and moving forward, I really know what to do as far as to better myself. And I think that's really what's important to me. I don't really dwell on how I'm portrayed or how people perceive me so much, because that really doesn't matter at the end of the day.
Right, because haters are going to hate whether you're doing good or bad, that's for sure.
Exactly. And you know what? When you're in reality television and the industry, period, you get judged no matter what you do. So, when you decide to kind of put yourself out there, it definitely comes with the territory. You just got to know, what you're in for, whether it's good or bad. No one's going to ever be satisfied. As long as you can sleep at night and, you're doing the best that you can for your life and who you are as a person, I don't think any of it should really matter.
Right. And for my second question, you started out this season, already with drama with a certain someone, L'Oreal. What actually went on more than what we saw? Because it went from 0
Well, what you guys
100.
didn't get to see is how basically I kind of plugged L'Oreal in and I bigged her up in ways I shouldn't have. Now, what you guys did get to see is how I was kind of adamant at first on having a song with her. Anyone who knows how reality television goes, in order for you to, keep things moving, you have to have some type of connection and storyline. And that was my main focus and part of, kind of looking out for L'Oreal at the time, assuming she was an associate of mine. But, I'm not a greedy, shifty bitch, so at the end of the day, it was kind of like, okay, she's cool. She's the only person that they kind of casted out of the new cast that I actually was familiar with. So it just kind of made sense for me, I didn't really want to have Yandy be the one that I confide in necessarily, right off the rip. But, I try to plug in L'Oreal, and that definitely worked against me. I think where she kind of played herself is that she tried to be everywhere at once, and she didn't realize at the end of the day you kind of have to still be yourself in front of the camera. And, you know, what your relationship is with that person, regardless of how shit hits the fan, is either you riding with them or you don't. And it's, you know, decisions you make regardless whether the cameras are on or off. And I think that's probably why, too, you know, people judge me so harshly, is because I'm pretty much blunt and I keep it real, and there's no hesitation in anything that I feel or think or say. You know, it's just kind of take it like it is. Now, if I make a mistake, believe that the mistake was made, you know, not with the intentions of, you know, trying to deliberately hurt someone or just come off crazy or whatever it is. It's just wrong. It's just really what it is. I never second guess myself. As long as my gut tells me it's all right, it's cool. You know what I mean? And that's how I do things. Now, moving forward, you kind of have to learn, but it is what it is. But where I kind of messed up with L'Oreal is kind of giving her a chance that she really didn't even deserve, I guess.
Now, you hardly filmed with Joe, Jen, Consequence. Well, we didn't see it or Tahiri, but, like, how do you feel about them? You know, what kind of things we didn't see with you and their film?
Well, everyone does have their own life, you know, I'm cool with everyone besides the Rocky Thunder girl. I wouldn't say I'm not cool with her. I just think she's so desperate that it's just kind of like, I wouldn't even, like, want to acknowledge that I'd probably say hi to her. But, I mean, I think what's good about the dynamic this year is that you guys are getting a different twist on things. Jen and Khan's storyline, I think it's really dope because they're actually together. You know, you're not watching Khan cheating on her and, you know what I mean? There's nothing really crazy. Yeah. It's just kind of, this is a real industry, you know, hip-hop, you know, behind-the-scenes couple. Joe and Tahiri, we've seen them for years kind of put their love out there, and that was kind of cool that we could finally see the inside and what it's really like, you know. So I think everybody's kind of dope in their own, you know, in their own realm.
Okay, cool. So I'm handing my chair to Tori.
All right, I'm going to ask a couple, like, little girl talk questions.
Sure.
First off, last night on the finale, it went down, and we always seen you kind of pop off. We know you have a lot of energy, you speak your mind, but we never just seen you, like, just deck somebody. So with the girl Tiffany, did you black out, or what happened that just made you pop her? It's like you gave her the whole
as you saw, I did try to walk away, and that was my moment of, oh my God, I can't believe I just did that. You know, I was having a moment with myself, like, okay, I was just, you know, this is good. But then some clicked to me in the sense of, wait a minute, this bitch was really in my face. You know what I'm saying? All this time. Smiling and just all my shit so hard. And you know what? I never really took it as strange. Not to sound conceited, please don't take it that way. But, you know, I do have an effect on women that I tend to kind of deal with in that, you know, kind of stage. But I didn't take it out of the ordinary. But the fact that she actually really took the time to, I wouldn't say she was my friend. I wouldn't say that I sat up there and had power over her. No. But this was somebody that I she made me believe that she was cool in the sense of, I would invite her to different parties that I'll be hosting around the city, or, you know, events or girls' dinners, or, you know, let's go get our nails done, that kind of stuff. So the fact that she really put on this mask to purposely betray me and being another woman. Now, mind you, this woman has no job, a kid, a single mother. To me, I think I was punching her for many reasons, because not only were you taking time to betray me, but you were taking time out of providing for your kid, because it's like that takes a lot of time and energy just to be another woman. Like, that had to, like, I just lost it. No
Absolutely. You like punched her from like mother to mother. Like,
I think I punched her from just, you know, I really wanted to stomp on her because she's a snake. So the first thing I had to do was basically punch her. But I wouldn't say mother to mother, because I wouldn't even call her a mother. It was more of the fact that you even have the audacity to have the same thing we have in between each other's legs, and you could actually go that far. You know what I'm saying? Like, and then for a man, like, you're so sick in the head that you're thinking that this is going to get him back, but he's using you to get closer to me in all reality. You know what I mean? Like,
right.
It doesn't... This is sad. And you know what? It's crazy. I saw it, and then I'm going to be honest with you guys. I actually prayed for her because I really felt really bad for her. And I felt bad even more so for Rich for how pathetic they both looked, especially when he went in the car to kind of console her and whatnot. I just thought it was just weak, you know, like, wow, that's how much of a woman I am. It took a man and a woman to try to come at me. So I kind of felt bigged up in a way, but I felt really bad for both of them.
I feel you. So is that done with, or is there more of that on the reunion, or do you want a round 2, or have you washed your hands of that situation?
Oh, I definitely have. I'm not going to lie. I definitely felt for him. And I think for me, even in the beginning of it, going into taping, I definitely had stronger and better feelings for him in the sense of where I saw us going as a couple. He did it. I think from Jump Street was definitely a joke from him, and you saw that within the first episode. I mean, 1 minute he's at my Maxim shoot, you know, grabbing my face and, you know, being all passionate. Next minute he's confessing a crush for Tahiri. It just looks so thirsty on his behalf right off the rip, and I didn't think he was that kind of person. You know what I'm saying? Like, I kind of thought, you know what I mean? He was a little bit more of a man in the sense of, I mean, you've kind of been down this road. How long have you been in the game? Like, you haven't learned how to, like, really come off sexy as a man. Like, even if you do, like, you know what I mean? He just looked like he never had pussy a day in his life. And that right there kind of turned me off.
All right. So for my second question, first I got to make one thing clear or get clarity on this. Do you date women as like in a relationship with women, or is that just something fun?
I have.
Okay.
I have. It's just, I don't know, for some reason the 3 serious relationships I've had in my life have always been men, but I have had relationships with women. I don't think I've ever gotten to a level where I've taken it serious, where it was straight, you know, monogamy between me and them, you know, so.
Okay, so for Erica Mena, do you only date in the industry, and what are the top 3 things you must have?
I actually don't like to date in the industry, period. I think when I got with Envy, that definitely was different in the sense of my dating style. My son's father, even though he is with Fat Joe's crew, he definitely isn't anyone that's high profile. And I don't know, I've never been into it. I think what it comes with it is a lot. For me alone, I can't only imagine having to deal with someone else's. And then, like I said, it wasn't until I started dating Envy that I even dated a celebrity, period.
Okay, so speaking of Envy and the new book that just came out, Underneath It All, was there anything that's not in the book or anything that got pulled from the book that you really wanted to say in the book that we don't know about?
Yes, a lot of things. I think I was too open, and so going back, I kind of, doing my final edits, I had to take some stuff out just because I thought it would be me kind of really forever be walking with my insides out. And as much as I am open already, I think there are certain things that could be either saved or not said at all. So... Yeah, a lot of things, especially in certain scenarios with my relationship. One of them being with Rich, and I definitely held back a lot of stuff when it comes to the relationship with Envy, and that was just more so out of respect for the wife that he's had hidden for all these years. You know, I just kind of didn't want to see myself going that deep and letting her know how serious and far and beyond her husband went. You know what I mean, up for me. So I couldn't see myself being that cruel, and hopefully she and other people understand that, because I definitely could have done things a lot different.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, my last question is this. During actually a couple weeks ago during the season, that picture that came out of you looking like you had a baby bump. Yeah, what was up with that? Like, was that a joke that went wrong?
Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna be honest with you. Sometimes I have to make a fool out of fools, and I get so much shit on the blogs. People purposely come at me because of allies that they have with other people from stations or whatever that have personal beefs with me and so on and so forth. So I definitely deal with a lot of bullshit that's made up as it is. Mm-hmm. It gets frustrating when all I did was simply take a picture of a picture that just so happened to be a portrait of a woman that was pregnant and post with a simple caption, "Life, how exciting." And really I was just kind of loving the picture and kind of trying to put a spotlight on that. That became, is she subliminally admitting she's pregnant, da-da-da-da. The following weekend, I go to D.C., and I'm having a great time. I'm eating up the store, I'm drinking, living it up, and a simple picture of my friend. We took, I think it was me and my best friend Sarita and Albie, and she just put her hair on my stomach. We posted it. That instantly, my comments went nuts. Oh, she's pregnant. Look at her friend's arm around her stomach. Da-da-da. Another friend of mine was there. We're there. I'm showing them the comments, and we're kind of making, like, literally, we're laughing. Like, yo, how does that go from 1 minute just because Sarita put her, like, it's literally, like, kind of like a hug pose.
Right, but you really did look pregnant.
And I sat up there and took another picture, and I perfectly kind of posed my stomach out. Now, like I said, I've been eating all weekend. So that's what that one kind of surfaced. So literally I was making a mockery out of how easy it is to start a fucking rumor. I mean, just the other day my book came out, and I guess some girl must have tweeted that apparently, in her eyes, I don't know what book she was reading, but if she claims that she read in my book that I screwed 300 men, so that all of a sudden turned into, okay, Erica admits in her new book she fucked 300 guys. And I was like, yo, this is simple, but that's just how simple and easy it is for people to literally start a fucking rumor. And people really run with it and go with no fact.
Right.
So that was kind of my thing. But like I said, just the other day it happened again, and it was like literally some bum that really probably doesn't know how to read, because I don't know how she took me explaining 3 major relationships in my life to adding 2 more zeros that became me actually, I guess, confessing that I screwed 300 men. So there you go.
Right. I tell you. But yeah, you definitely got us, because we were all happy, like, oh, she looks so happy. Her and Rich must really be in love, and they're probably getting married, and it was a big joke. But go ahead, Jazzy.
I mean, you know what? I kind of have the thought of that too, girl, but sometimes, you know, shit happens, and you know what? Thank God I'm not pregnant, because if I was, I would be not only having a baby, but with someone who I'm not obviously too fond with. And I think how everything played out, yes, what I will admit is I do have some mistakes and faults that have caused us kind of splitting, in the sense of me denying the envy stuff so much to Rick definitely made him feel very insecure. But at the same time, I was never really given a fair shot or the benefit of the doubt when he got a crazy mother who does nothing but stay online all damn day, and a boring freaking artist that hasn't done anything since 50 Cent got done screwing her, and a washed-up rapper that's apparently his business manager. So with those 3 fools in itself, I never had a chance. And you know what? It is what it is. It was a lesson learned, like I said. So it is what it is.
I feel you. Jazzy?
Right.
Definitely. Now, Erica, you know, it's your boy Jazzy, blogger. You know what I mean?
Hi.
I actually spoke with you. I don't know if you remember. We actually spoke for a very long time, probably like an hour. Last year, well, was it last year or year before last, when you, you know, debuted on season 2 of Love and Hip Hop?
Okay.
And you and I, we talked about a lot. We talked about a whole lot, and you know, being that we did talk, like, I know that there is so much more of Erica Mena that we did not get to see on this season of Love and Hip Hop. Mm-hmm. And I know that you said that you wanted to, like, put that out there. I want to know, like, exactly what happened. Like, how come we did not get to see the Erica Mena that
I think because,
I know
let's be honest, the juicy stuff was what you guys saw. And the juicy stuff is what saved this whole season. And I'm not tooting out my own horn. A lot of people could talk shit about, oh, Rich and her look crazy or this and that and the third. But let's be honest. I mean, not saying anybody was it, but I can only speak for ourselves when I would say whether it was the worst of it, it was the best of it, whether it was us, you know, going at each other or not, it was definitely real. There was no sugarcoating it. Nothing had to be put into place. You know, it was just what it was. And I think because it was so real, it became to other people as it being too blunt, and which becomes ratchet and this and that, when at the end of the day it's kind of like what you guys saw was really what was going down. I mixed business with pleasure. I am dealing with a guy that obviously I felt for harder than he felt for me, and you know, I had people that were against me, and so it really was the good stuff. And if we didn't have that good shit, you guys wouldn't even be bothered with this season much, because I mean, what else was pretty much exciting? Like, not saying that we were the only ones, because I love the other storylines, don't get me wrong, but what else was really, really, like, had you really wanting to know what was up? The same thing in Atlanta. There would be the hype of Atlanta. There wasn't the Jocelyn being what people consider ratchet, and Stevie J being as blunt as he is. I think at the end of the day, what people don't realize is that this is reality television, and as much people like to judge and talk shit every Monday, and judge through the whole week, and watch again every Monday, a lot of the stuff that happens, whether it's exactly like how it happens on TV or not, is the same thing that happens to day to day, and the way you react, I probably react the same way, and I think people don't put that into consideration. So. But you said it was the good stuff. A lot of the other stuff you didn't get to see was how me and Rich were really super affectionate with each other. And we did have kind of a normal, you know, life behind the cameras. And it wasn't always an argument. You know, there was great things to show, but there's also a lot of other cast members. And there's only 1 hour.
Definitely. Now, you know, I know, like, you know, kind of like you being with Rich kind of, I guess you want to say, kind of solidified your position coming into this season of Love and Hip Hop, you know, coming from season 2. You know, and it kind of, I don't want to say necessarily that it kind of blew up in your face a little bit, but it kind of necessarily really
Honey, I was legitimate second season just because of the fact that I had a lot of shit going on in my career itself. Yes, me deciding to kind of move forward with Rich as far as my management definitely made it more intriguing. But I'm going to be honest with you, we started filming, me and Rich weren't even, like, on it like that. So you guys didn't even get to see the stuff of us actually starting to kind of kick it. So I was legitimate regardless, just like I'm legitimate this year, regardless. Do you regret kind of getting that close to Rich? And,
you know,
no, and I don't think any of it blew in my face. I think if anything, it made me more relatable because let's be honest, with or without a manager, I've been doing this shit by my damn self. And I started at 14.
I'll definitely give you that.
Yeah, I started at 14, and even moving forward now, getting the videos done and dropping the next single in the next week, all of that stuff I'm doing without Rich. So I think people kind of have to give me a little bit more credit in the sense of with or without a man. And let's be honest, my son's father isn't anyone to brag about, nor is he anyone important, where even when I was with him, I was still doing the damn thing. And, you know, even after. So the come up from the jump has me really been busting my ass. And I think moving forward, without Rich, it's still going to be me busting my ass. And everything that I do give my all into actually becomes something. And that's what I'm really blessed with. And whether people hate me or love me, I fucking work hard. And I'm raising a kid on my own. And I'm also real enough to kind of be myself, no matter how this industry changes, no matter how harshly I'm judged, no matter what I go through, there's always something better, and that's really what I'm about. Yes, I've made a lot of mistakes, and yes, I am intimidating to a lot of people, and I get judged harshly, and it's easy to kind of come from my neck on the blogs, and they rip me apart, but I'm still here, and it's crazy because I get the most bullshit, and I get the most dirt on my name, but I'm still ahead of the game in the sense of...
So let me ask you this. What do you say about the fact that the people say that you good at spitting game? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, no shit, it gotta be. I'm good at spitting game because I've locked down all of my deals. So, I mean, I'm a businesswoman. I know how to talk and get what the fuck I want. At the same time, I know how to work for it. So whether it's one or the other, I'm still getting mine. So I don't really care what people say.
But at the same time, could it be possibly that you were maybe really not that into Rich and you were just getting with yours? Because me personally,
honey, if I was not into Rich, I would have never gotten him tatted on me. So let's not forget that part. And that was definitely done in the beginning to kind of state my loyalty. And that's just because I know I'm a strong personality in itself, and it can be intimidating. And that was my way of reassuring him from a woman to a man that, you know, I'm not going nowhere. Now, what happened afterwards is definitely his fault. Because any woman, regardless if she's bisexual or not, if you giving her good dick, there's no reason why she should seek another woman for pleasure. So at the end of the day, it's like, I did my part.
Now, let me ask you about that whole bit, because do you feel like Rich was kind of like being a little bitch about the situation? Like, could he maybe have, you know, joined in a little bit?
I think Rich was upset at the fact that he probably sensed that homegirl was definitely feeling me, and the fact that I didn't even offer a share, that probably pissed him off.
So Erica was definitely not pimping. She was definitely not laying the pimp game down. It was definitely all real, all authentic. It wasn't Erica taking that uptown thing down.
What he's asking is, why didn't you sign the contract?
You know what? That's a good question, and I get asked a lot. This is how I felt about it. I felt at the end of the day, if Rich was really for me, not only had I already gotten the tattoo, but I don't know, for me, I guess I got so caught up in the real relationship. The business, when we came time to do the business stuff, and came time to the contract, I didn't feel right. Mm-hmm. I was so caught up in, like, liking him and this and that when it came time to the business stuff, everything was good. I was down. And then when it came time to, like, really sign, I just didn't feel right. I will say this. I do have trust issues. And I think with the envy situation definitely played a part. I was deceived. So me, I was kind of worried moving forward. Okay, not only am I mixing business with pleasure, but I'm actually feeling this man. And men naturally have this kind of authority that when you're dating them, you kind of are, you own them, property kind of thing, which is, I mean, good to a certain extent in the sense of they feel like you're their girl. You know what I'm saying? And so I think what really got me scared was having that already and signing away, and God forbid the relationship doesn't work or whatever, I'm stuck in this contract with somebody that I probably don't want to be around. And, you know what I mean? There was just so many different scenarios. And, yes, I fucked up in the sense of getting ahead of myself and putting all these situations together, what if. But I'm also very cautious. And I think what happened to me before I met Rich in that relationship, and seeing how far and how easy a man can, like, deceive a woman now that he's married to. Like, can you imagine a girlfriend? Like, men, there's a lot of men that talk shit about us women, but they get away with murder. You know what I mean?
Yeah, right.
And I think that alone just scared me. Like, this man will not only have the type of feeling of owning me as his girl, but he kind of has some control in a huge way on my career. Now, I love to love when I'm in love. Don't get me wrong. But one thing I know for sure is that my career would never in its life wake up one day and decide it doesn't love me. So to me, my career came first. And when it came time to sign that contract, something told me not to. I know.
Definitely.
I don't know.
Right.
So me not signing it, I don't have to regret me signing it. I'm like, okay, this is the reason why I signed it. But I get why people are like, why didn't you sign it? Were you using him? No. I'm just being smart not only as a woman, but my future moving forward. Now, this man was really serious about holding me down like I was ready to hold him down, hence why I cut the tattoo and everything else. I didn't see why he pressured me so much either. And I think that freaked me out too. It was just like contract. And then his mom would just always fucking nag about the shit too. And I think that made it even more scary. So it was just a little bit of both.
So besides that, you do have beef with.
I have another one for her. You know, what I do want to know is, because what I seen from not just from Rich but also from DJ Envy, you know, you got these guys. They seem to love them some Erica, you know, when it's all good, but then, you know, when shit hit the fan, it's like everybody got, you know, bad things to say about you and things like that.
Isn't that how it always goes? Especially with you men. We're, you know what I'm saying, we're the whore, and we're a slut after you're done fucking us and you've been with us for like X, Y, and Z. And then as soon as we're done with you, we're like everything under the sun. But that just goes to show you who you are as a character. Because if I'm a hoe and I'm a slut and I'm a this, what does that make you if you were sucking me or you was dealing with me? So I don't think men really realize how they contradict themselves when they do things like that, especially in the sense of envy. I mean, I got to send him a lot of props because, I mean, from crying, this fake crying confessional to kind of, I guess, make his wife believe that 18 years after hiding her and being ashamed of her, that all of that shit was fake because he was insecure. At the end of the day, it's kind of like really pathetic. Same thing with Rich. Last night, he's thinking, I guess he had a championship dinner when it's kind of like, homie, like everybody goes home with somebody and you go home by yourself. So when they're kind of telling you who to love and who to be with and what's right and what's wrong, you got to hit somebody who's an artist that's not going anywhere, and she's still okay and has to want to sleep with her at night. Your mom sleeps with your dad at night, and your homeboy is married while Rich goes home by himself. So it's just kind of like, I don't think people really look at the big picture. But when they're hurting, I get why they do certain things like that. But let's be honest, like, there's a better way to deal with what you're going through. And it's definitely not putting down the person that you kind of just went with. It doesn't make sense.
But this is what I want to know. Regarding the whole DJ Envy thing. How did that come about? Like, how did you meet Envy? How did y'all relationship start? Was it Envy coming at you, or was it you going at Envy?
That's something you guys are going to have to read with the book. I'm going to say, that is a book. But we do have I get people trying to add in the book. I get into details about it, yes. The only thing I don't get into too much details with, I think, well, I definitely talk in detail about our sex life and stuff, but I don't think I really get into detail about how really spontaneous we were and the crazy things we used to do together. And I think that would really kind of, and I have to take a lot of that stuff out because if someone was to read it, especially his other half, I think she would just shrivel up in the sense of knowing that no matter what it is moving forward, your husband, the one that you took a vow with, is actually deeply in love with someone else. And I didn't want to be the one to break that to her.
Can I tell you what I heard,
That's really sweet of you.
Can I tell you what I heard?
Yeah.
I heard that Envy was definitely on you. I mean, this is just what's out here in the streets. I heard, you know, Envy was on you.
I think we were into
each
other. No question. We were into each other. Yeah, absolutely. I wouldn't say he was more into me than I was with him. I mean, we had a great relationship. We had a great friendship, and our sex was amazing. So there's definitely no hiding that. And if you read the book, you'll find out just exactly what I mean.
Right. So besides
go ahead. I'm sorry.
Hold on. I'm going to add one more question before we get into calls because the lines are busted right now. They're going crazy calling in and supporting you. So I wanted to ask, because throughout the season you did have beef with people outside of the show like Angeli, Yee, and Samaya. So what happened with that? Like, what's going on? You know, what happened? through all that.
I think Samaya has beef with herself, so, like, who even wants to talk about that broad? Angela Lee, she's old, desperate. She's been in the game so long. I think now, after years of sucking dick in the DJ booth and her finally getting a spotlight and some type of platform to actually speak, and the fact that she's, excited that she finally hears herself, you can't really say much about them. I think what made Angela Lee so weak is that she went as low as talking about my son. Now, why she doesn't have no kids, that's an issue she'll have to take up with her doctor. But at the end of the day, it's like, if you're a woman that never had a kid, probably can't ever have a kid, how dare you talk about someone else's? And that was the line she crossed. And at the end of the day, bringing donuts was nice of me because let's just put it like this. Not all deliveries come on time. And when they get to you, you know what I mean? You'll be excited when they just miss. So, I mean, kind of just like I said, the poor thing probably can't have no kids, so I could see why she went as low as to kind of talk about my son. I can't really say much about her because I'm going to be honest with you, the most press she's ever gotten was the fact that I brought her donuts. So that right there just says her, what it is as far as her credibility.
Right.
I guess you won't be getting interviewed on the Breakfast Club.
No, Andy will probably want to fuck me after.
All right, well, are you open to taking a couple questions from
Let's do it.
All right. I'll do the one that's been holding, there's so many of you that's been holding for like 40 minutes. Okay, 919, the last four is 7861. You're on with Erica Mena. What's up?
Hello.
Hi.
Okay, probably not.
Okay, let's do another one. We don't have time to wait. The first, 314, last four, 1982. You're on with Erica Mena. What's good?
Hello. I don't think they're realizing that they actually could talk probably.
Okay.
Yo, if you're on the line right now, we taking callers to talk to Erica Mena from Love and Hip Hop Live. So when we put you on, make sure y'all holler at your girl. Let's go.
And speak. 856, last four, 4933.
Hello.
Hey, what's going on?
Hey, what's going on?
Does this always happen?
On the line, have a seat.
Hey, yo, Erica.
Yes.
I wanted to ask you what's up with the threesome.
A threesome. Oh, you got to be my husband to do that.
Sorry, you're about to be muted.
Have a seat. For real.
No threesomes going down unless you're married to Erica Mena. Put a ring on it.
Yes.
A threesome may happen.
I'm sorry. Do you have anything else to ask me? I'm sure you got something juicy with that kind of mind state.
Man, I hung up on him.
Okay, good. What's next?
Wait, the next one is 404. Yeah, we had to give him a chair. Sit him back down. 404. Oh, that's my city, Atlanta. Last four, 8324.
Atlanta, what up?
Erica.
What's up? This is Dre. I'm actually from D.C., but I am in the A. What's up, Erica?
Hey, how are you?
Loving you, but, that's another thing.
Thank you.
Amazing. I really want to know, what's your hero's journey to you?
That's a good one.
Thank you.
You know what? At the end of the day, I just, you know what? When it's all said and done, all I want is more babies and husband or wife. And I want to be home. I want to be able to cook and clean because I got to be honest with you guys. As much as I love what I do, the simple things like doing my own laundry, being home, and just lounging around, cooking and cleaning, I wish I could do that shit every day. And I want more kids. Yeah. That's definitely me. I'm a Scorpio, so I'm very affectionate, and I'm definitely family oriented, and I'm very protective of mine, and that's why I want more kids and stuff. I think I'm good at that. As crazy as I am, that's what keeps me sane, and that's my son. So I would love to have more kids eventually.
Well, grace be unto you, and great.
Thank you so much for calling. I appreciate it.
Absolutely.
All right. Thank you. We'll do another one. The first three are 347. The last four is 1172. You're on the line with Erica.
Hey, how you doing?
Hey.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good, and you?
I'm good. This is Erica. You have anything good to ask me?
I kind of missed this part, but what do you look for in a guy?
You know what? I love a man that's affectionate, believe it or not, because as hard as I am, I want to be, you know, I want to be adored and loved and all that good stuff. So he has to be affectionate, definitely family oriented, and he has to work hard and be loyal. That's it.
What do you look for in a girl?
And the girl, the same thing. Thank you so much for calling.
Thank you. Okay.
Definitely.
Y'all,
definitely.
You want to do one more, or y'all want to move on?
Yeah, we can do one more. Let's do it.
Okay. We got the first three are 631. The last four is 7819.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi.
Hey.
How are you? It's Erica Mena.
Hi. I must say you're my favorite on Love and Hip Hop. I think you're
Thank you.
You're real, and I think that's very rare to find that on shows like this.
Thank
my
you.
question to you is, like, what makes you so tough? Like,
I think because I have been doing it all on my own. Definitely everything that I've been through in the past definitely helped, I guess, seal the deal moving forward. But there's a lot of things that I have to do on my own in the sense of, at the end of the day, no one wants it more than you, no matter what you want out of life. It could be something personal, career-wise, family. No one's going to want it more than you. And I think that alone kind of makes me very tough in the sense of, I know that without me, in the sense, if I don't get it done, it probably won't. And I just want to laugh. None of this stuff is easy to deal with. And I knew and found out very early that I had to have a tough skin. And I think that was kind of what set the tone in the sense of me just being as tough as I am. I don't want to get violated. I don't like being betrayed. And because I'm so loyal and honest, I think sometimes that works against me too. So I'm super guarded because of that too. It's a little bit of everything, you know, but I'm learning in the sense of being wise and selective with who I do actually, you know, let my guard down for.
and one thing, I have one more question, if that's okay.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
Well, there was one episode that I saw how Olivia was giving Rich an ultimatum, which I personally thought that was, you know, not her place.
Right.
Just his artist, nothing else. How did you feel about that? Because I just thought she was.
You know what? I feel bad for her. I mean, it took her how many seasons to kind of even get back #1 on iTunes, and that was only because she took my song. It was kind of like she's basically, poor thing, can't really do much. So you got to feel bad for her because she is an artist. She's much more accomplished than I am in the sense of the music stuff. And the poor thing isn't being checked for. No one asks for her. No one cares. And I think, honestly, her giving the ultimatum just showed, really, in all honesty, how weak she is. And she kind of admitted it, you know, to America, just how weak she really is. So you kind of have to feel bad for her a little bit.
I just think she's wow. For no reason.
I mean, like I said, I mean, it took her 3 seasons to get #1 on the charts again, and that's not even the charts, it's iTunes, and I think that's been her biggest accomplishment since she got on Love and Hip Hop. So, I mean, you gotta really wish her well.
But I must say,
I'm gassing it.
We gotta pray for her, guys.
Thank you so much.
You took the song though, because you did. I think for me not ever hearing you sing, you did an amazing job, I must say.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Do me a favor and tweet me so I can follow you back.
Okay, Mama.
Okay,
Thanks
baby.
For calling
Thank you so much for calling. Yay, that was fun.
Yes, there's about,
definitely.
20 more people with questions, but sorry we cannot get to all of you. But, you know, if we can, we would.
Definitely.
But now we're going to do is...
But make sure y'all call back next week. Definitely don't forget to call back next week.
We try to get to all of y'all. But now we have a little game we wanted to play with you. It's called Word Association. Basically, I'm going to say a word or a name, rather, and you'll just say the first word that comes to your mind when you hear it.
Oh, I love this.
Cool?
This is so real.
It's a couple of them. It's just a couple. All right, so word association with Erica Mena. The first word is Olivia.
R.I.P.
Rich Dollaz.
Nada.
All right. Love and Hip Hop New York.
Erica Mena.
Mama Dollaz.
Fucking online stalker.
Somebody
I'm trying to think that she probably even has her own blog, yo. I don't know.
Oh, shit.
On the internet.
All right, L'Oreal.
Hungry.
She probably would agree with that too, like legit.
Yeah, no, she's definitely so hungry.
I
feel bad for her though because it's like there's but so many doughboys you could fuck for another fake like YouTube video. It's just like poor thing. I don't know what Yandy thinks she's gonna do with her, but God bless.
All right, this is a phrase, but the first word that comes to your mind. Where do I go from here?
Forever.
All right, Drea.
Stripper.
DJ Envy.
Pathetic.
Underneath it all.
Real.
Samaya Reese.
Monster.
And Erica Mena.
Loca.
All right, that was word association with Erica Mena.
No, this is going to be my favorite part. This is the have a seat section where you're going to tell us who you want to sit your motherfucking ass down. You hand out your chairs. We're going to hand out ours after you.
Shit, I hope you got a few of them.
We got a whole stadium.
Can I have a whole row?
Arenas, ballpark.
Right.
I need like a whole row.
The whole top deck of the stadium.
Yes. Well, Olivia, I wouldn't say that because she's buried, so she can't sit down. She's already dead. L'Oreal, I mean, that bitch don't have an ass to sit on, so that would just be a waste. Let me see. Rocky Thunder, she sits on the fucking floor. That's how fucking useless she is. Does it have to be for my cast?
No, it
could be anything.
Anybody. The local grocery store worker, whoever.
Yes.
Damn, this is like shit. I'm trying to think. This gotta be good.
I think you actually forgot somebody that should have that you should have definitely gave a seat to.
Oh, give me a clue.
Tiffany.
I mean, I'm not gonna fuck out. Like, I mean, poor thing. Shit. Can't have her sit through the fucking abuse now.
I felt bad for her too, because I remember after that video aired about the video put on TMZ, she was talking a lot of trash, like she actually did harm to you. And when we saw that video, it was a little bit different.
Oh, did she do a YouTube thing? I didn't even know that. That's something new. The thing is that she really is a peasant, so it's kind of like when I tell you, all I did was saran wrap my shit, get head, and literally send her back home in a dollar bin. That's literally what happened. I swear. I am not lying and sugarcoating it. It just is what it is. Like, I gotta be real. I think that's what pissed me off the most, is that she made it seem like it was more than what it is. But no, we knocked her out already. It doesn't make sense to bring her up. I mean, I don't really know.
Would you hand your chair to Winter?
No, I think Winter's dope too in her own way, because regardless of what fucking people say about her, the bitch is able to tell you what it is, straight front street real. Like, yes, it comes out crazy. Yes, we don't agree. I won't say I agree with everything she does, but you gotta keep it real in the sense of she's keeping it real with you. So whether you like her or not, she's being herself, and a lot of people can't do that. So, I don't really know, guys. This is really a tough one. I mean, let's put the whole Dollaz Unlimited crew and the whole crew and tell them niggas to have a seat. How about that? I think everyone down from Rich to Olivia to Mama Dollaz to fucking Little Guns and whatever. Let's just tell them all to fucking have a seat. Just because of the simple fact, I think this is why, though. It's not really a total diss. I think what I'm really trying to do right now is get them to realize that at the end of the day, what they did in trying to be so in Rich's life and have so much of to say so was that they really did ruin a possible chance of him actually being happy with someone who not only loved him, but actually respected him and wanted to actually be with him. And for you to get in the way of anybody's happiness with who they're happy with, just that alone just makes you feel epic. So let's tell them all kinds of things, because now there is no Richie Dollaz and Erica Mena no more.
All right. Well, that was crazy.
Right.
Definitely entertaining, though.
But before you go, we have to ask about the reunion on your end. How did it go?
I think it was great. I mean, I was definitely, I wouldn't say ganged up on, because you know I'm a G, but it was definitely 3 against 1.
Uh-oh.
It was definitely 3 against 1. And, you know, I mean, Rich Dollaz's mom definitely came to the rescue in the sense of playing Captain Save-A-Ho. And so it's definitely funny. But the reunion, let's just put it like this. I definitely saw him for what he really was. And I think that's what makes me so adamant and so sure that moving forward, I know for a fact there's definitely no us getting back together. You know, there's certain things you don't do, there's lines you don't cross, and all of them were done and up and beyond. And I think it's best everybody just, you know, move on. So the good thing is that the reunion definitely gave us all closure.
That's what's up.
That's good.
So,
yes. Well, we want to thank you so much for spending this hour with us on Have a
Thank
Seat.
you, guys. It's about damn time I did this.
Yes.
Ryan, I appreciate it. Again, all your support. You guys, definitely, I love you guys from the craziness. I know sometimes you can't defend me. Sometimes you can. Whatever it is, don't believe the hype.
No, of course.
You know, but no, it is what it is, and the season is over and it's done with, but we'll be back, and let's just put it like this.
Exclusive.
We'll be back. We're going to be back to back, so it's coming.
That's what's up.
Great to know.
Well, take care.
Thank you so much.
Have a great night.
Thank you guys so much.
Thank you.
Guys.
Have a good night.
Definitely. So,
yes.
Y'all already know Erica Mena just held it down, you know what I'm saying, gave all her seats out. Make sure y'all go check out her book, Underneath It All, Amazon.com. Hit her Twitter up, Erica_Mena. You know what I'm saying? I am Erica Mena on Instagram as well. You know what I'm saying? Go get the book, the downloads. Where do I go from here on iTunes, all that good stuff? And y'all already know what it is. It's always going down right here on Have a Seat. You know what I'm saying? So,
yes.
What's going down? What we got cracking next?
Is it
time for us to give out our seats?
Yeah, we got to give out our shares.
So who wants to go first this time?
I'll go first, because I already know who I want to give my chair to.
Okay.
I'm giving my chair to Mona Scott herself for not showing my girl L'Oreal on last night's episode and showing her damn self. We did not need to see your conversation with Yandy. I don't even understand why that was in this show. That was not finale-worthy material. So, Mona, you need to have a seat and let us see what we really turned on VH1 to see, because that was whack. Mona, sit down.
Oh, shit. Who wants to go next?
That's it.
Yes, that's all. That's my only share, Mona.
Okay, I guess I'll go next. I want to give my seat to. I kind of want to just shove her down in the seat, and hopefully she never gets back up. To Rocky Thunder. You were so irrelevant to the entire Love and Hip Hop season 3. It didn't even make no sense. You went on the radio talking about you was the hip hop confidant and all this other stuff, and you couldn't even pull in any other interviews other than having to go back and beg Joe Budden, who was the resident crackhead on the show, to do an interview with you again. Like,
ouch.
That didn't make any sense whatsoever. So please, Rocky Thunder, I pray that you just do not come back for season 3 and continue to stay sitting on the floor with your legs closed, meditating for a better life for yourself, especially if you're supposed to be a mother. Just don't come back. And my next seat goes to Joe Budden, the residential crackhead of the show, because you wore all of those bum-ass vests the whole season. I've never seen bum denim vests like that before in my life, and you ruined denim vests for me. I would never wear denim vests for as long as I live for the rest of my life. Like, just forget about it. And it was very clear that you were still getting high. I mean, you just looked sweaty and unhealthy the entire season. Like, next time, don't use Love and Hip Hop or just trying to use your drug addiction to get fame again. Nobody believes that you're trying to get clean when you try to use your getting clean as a way of getting famous again. Have a seat.
I'm still laughing because you said Rocky Thunder.
Just for me. Whatever her name is. Like, what is her name again? Like,
Thunder.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, wait, and I got another seat I have to give out. I'm sorry. Rashida Ali, you and your soft tone voice trying to play the resident Uncle Phil of the show, or Dr. Oz or whoever you were supposed to be on the show, your edges was crunchy as hell the whole season. I don't know if it was from the red dye, the Ronald McDonald dye they put in your head, but you just looked crazy the whole season, and you should just not come back to any reality show unless it's for, like, makeovers or something so they can give you, like, a new hairdo. And, yeah, that's it.
Well, I'm going to hand out my chair to Tiffany last night because there was no reason for you to show up at Erica's event and ruin that shit. It was her time to shine, and you coming over here trying to barge in. And have a seat, Dollaz. No, rich Dollaz, no Dollaz, broke Dollaz, because you ain't getting no money. And I also want to give out my other chair to definitely Mona Scott Young too, because she cut out so many things. I feel like we should have had 2 finale parts at least to see where everybody left off. Unless they're going to show that in the reunion, who knows? We got to stay tuned on April 15th to watch the reunion, and that's it. That sums it all up.
Can I add some more insult to your? Let me add some more insult to your chair for Rich Dollaz. Rich, you are so pathetic. It's not even funny. First of all, how about you're like probably like almost like 45 or 50 or so. Like, shouldn't you like find girls like your own age on your own level? Stop trying to prey on girls who kind of like need help or need guidance in a sense that's necessarily not on your level. You're supposed to be a businessman that's been in the music industry for over 10 years or so, and you're on reality show looking pathetic and really stupid. So, yeah, I'm definitely down with Erica Mena to tell Rich Dollaz to have a seat, because he's one of the worst of all of the season. Like, just take the seat. Like, take the seat everywhere you go. Like, don't just have it. Like, just take it everywhere you go. So you just sit down no matter where you're at. Yeah.
All right.
Booyah.
Let's have a seat for tonight. We want to thank you all so much for tuning in. We got another hot show for you next week, Tuesday at 8 o'clock. Stay tuned to find out who will be the special guest. Right?
Definitely. And thanks for busting up our lines.
Right. Sure. And make sure you follow me on Twitter at Tori Bleu, BLEU.
Me at VH1 Info.
Definitely. And y'all already know y'all can follow the Harlem Dawn on Twitter at It's Jazzy FBaby, ITSJAZZY FBABY, and also make sure y'all log on to the blog site, itsonlyentertainment.net, taking celebrities serious so you won't have to. Holla at your boy.
Nice.
All right, guys. Well,
next week.
We out.
Stay tuned.
Good night.